What if we told you that you could buy a piece of virtual land in the future and rent it out to alien tenants? What if you could live inside the internet and travel across the universe inside a VR dome? As crazy as it sounds, with the latest advances in technology, it looks like science fiction will become a tangible reality. We already have the internet, smartphones, and social media. So, what exactly could be the next technology that would change human life forever? Stick around till the end of the video to know more about not having to do boring and repetitive tasks, because you will have something that looks very similar to you to get it done for you. Let's dive in. Number 7. Blockchain technology. You might know about blockchain technology as something that powers NFTs and cryptocurrencies, but the truth is, blockchain technology can do a lot more than powering digital assets. As a peer-to-peer distributed digital ledger of time-stamped transactions, the applications of blockchain technology are virtually limitless, considering its capability to revolutionize lending, security, digital property, consumerism, and even business models. Blockchain marketplaces are naturally more secure than other traditional marketplaces. This is all thanks to the nature of the public ledger, where the data within the blockchain is fully encrypted and protected, meaning no single party has the power to manipulate the information within, making the technology ideal for startups to leverage. It could also fix several issues with the healthcare system, because keeping a full medical record can be tough for patients, as their medical history could span many years of different practitioners. So, with the blockchain technology, doctors can diagnose diseases better, all thanks to the decentralized records, with the data becoming accessible whenever it is required. Blockchain technology can also be used to combat the circulation of fraudulent drugs and treatments due to its immutable qualities. In a world where privacy and authenticity seem strange, all thanks to the outdated and insecure financial ecosystem, blockchain technology will present itself as a leading solution for changing the world. Number 6. Autonomous vehicles. Imagine a world with some of the best drivers. Well, with fully autonomous vehicles, that would be possible in the future, especially when we have Level 5 autonomous vehicles. Driverless cars have the potential to do wonders for human safety, the environment, and even our daily lifestyle. Majority of car accidents happen as a direct result of human error. Self-driven cars will completely reduce these human errors, which will then result in a safe driving environment. People might also be tempted to use autonomous public transport services because of its convenience. Once we have autonomous vehicles on the road, then we might even completely get rid of traffic signals and signboards because they will become redundant. The cost of ownership of personal vehicles is rising at an alarming rate, so people opt for carpooling instead of owning a vehicle, which will also reduce a lot of traffic. Self-driving cars will also reduce our long-known struggle of finding parking spaces. Let's face it, it's quite difficult or even annoying to find a parking space in a crowded area. What if you have your car drop you at the movie theater and drive itself back to your residential building so that you could just watch the movie and don't have to worry about finding a parking spot for your vehicle? Well, that's exactly what our future is going to look like with self-driving vehicles. Number 5. Satellite internet. If you know Starlink, you might already know what satellite internet is all about. But if you don't, satellite internet is a wireless internet service that is beamed down from satellites orbiting the Earth. It works in a similar way as satellite TVs, where users will need to get a satellite dish installed at their own house. But that is the technology of today. In the future, you could completely get rid of satellite dishes, and you might be dealing with something else altogether. Satellite internet service is here to help connect people living in some of the remotest areas of the world where regular broadband service is a luxury. In the future, satellite internet is also expected to be a lot faster than regular internet. today's systems might have its limitations, especially considering the fact that weather can impact these services or even heavy rain. But in the future, we might completely crack the code to make satellite internet practical and ubiquitous. Number 4. Spacecrafts will replace airplanes. Today, you already know that airplanes are the fastest mode of transportation on our planet, but with the rise of reusable rockets, airplanes could be a thing of the past. Space tourism is getting exciting, all thanks to the efforts of several private companies like Virgin Galactic, SpaceX, and Blue Origin. Yes, the space race used to be something that was between national superpowers, but that's no longer the case. In the future, traveling from one place to another will be done with the help of rockets, which will save you a lot of time. This might even be the very first step for humans to get outside Earth, which will then boost interplanetary space travel. Number 3. Interplanetary space flight. Interplanetary travel will take things to a whole new level. Imagine your next vacation to be on the Red Planet. How cool is that? The research that went into space exploration is the reason why we have several technologies that we often take for granted today. There are almost 8 billion human beings on our planet, which is a lot, but we are all crammed together on just one planet. What if something happened to us that would wipe out our entire existence? Maybe because of an asteroid impact? Well, this is exactly the reason why interplanetary space travel and colonization of other bodies in our solar system is extremely important, so that we are creating a backup of humanity that would survive no matter what happens to the Earth. That is an exciting future to be a part of, and we have companies like SpaceX already working on getting humans to the Red Planet with their Starship. Number 2. Metaverse. Think about a virtual world where you could be anyone, anywhere. That's exactly what Metaverse is going to be about, a reality where you could finally live inside the internet. The Metaverse will be utilizing augmented and virtual reality, and we already have multiple metaverses by different companies. The goal is to link different metaverses together so that you'll be able to seamlessly carry your avatar and digital assets from one metaverse to another. As of now, Metaverse looks like a massive online multiplayer game with outdated graphics, but that is today. In the future, the story is going to be completely different. Metaverse will also be responsible for the rise in interest in digital real estate. Yes, you heard right. You could purchase a piece of property that exists only in the virtual world. With the current rise in interest in cryptocurrencies and digital assets like NFTs, you could expect cryptocurrencies to power these metaverses, and fiat currencies might be history. Or maybe fiat currencies might still exist in the metaverse as central bank digital currencies. Number 1. Humanoids and the rise of AI. Imagine a world where you wake up only to realize that you no longer have to do some boring and repetitive tasks that you used to do, all thanks to several humanoid robots. The humanoid robot market will be worth about $3.9 billion by 2023, and moving forward, that's going to get a lot higher. Many people are already afraid that robots or automation might someday take their jobs. Yes, there is some truth to it, but that is good news as well. AI will bring more advantages than disadvantages to a workplace. Safety is the biggest reason why robots need to replace humans. You don't want humans to deal with heavy machinery that runs at hot temperatures and the ones with sharp objects that can easily injure you. So, by delegating dangerous tasks to robots, you are more likely to look at a repair bill than a serious medical bill or lawsuit. Robots also don't get distracted. They don't need to take breaks, and they also don't request vacation time. This is why humanoid robots might change the entire workplace. Your employees will be happy because of the fact that robots are assigned to perform tasks that people don't particularly enjoy, especially those repetitive and boring tasks. So, next time you are worried about AI taking your job, keep in mind about all the advantages, and in just a few years, you will no longer have to do your boring work because you will be replaced by humanoids. The exponential rate at which technology is progressing is astonishing, and it also makes us curious as to what the future holds for us. We might have more surprises than what we know today, because a few years ago, people thought flying cars would be impossible, and yet they're bound to emerge and become a normal sight in the next few years. Maybe our perception of the future might be completely wrong, and that's where the surprise element lies.